There's about 8 billion people in the world, and about 5.5 billion people have access to the internet.
In a connected world, anything you're looking for can be at your fingertips. A convenience that has child pornographers taking advantage.
The use of the internet has increased the ability for predators to exploit children much more widely and much more often.
The Justice Department says the number of people sentenced for victimizing minors remotely has doubled in the last decade. It's deeper than typical online searching.
Some of them will use a browser called Tor. It was originally, built and designed by the Navy for, secure communications for, SEAL teams and stuff.
And happens in online communities that didn't exist a decade ago.
When we talk about the dark web, you're talking about a whole separate part of the internet.
Those are some of the barriers that we face, but I would say collectively the group finds a way to get it done.
The internet may give criminals more tools to be anonymous, but it also gives law enforcement more tools to catch them. The Justice Department says 4 times more people are going to jail for producing child pornography than in 2010. But making those cases takes hard work.
It takes a host of resources to try to drill down, number one, and find victims, as well as also find the perpetrators behind these crimes.
This is where collaboration comes in. Federal agents can walk in a door of a smaller agency and completely turn a case around.
So all of a sudden you went from having no resources to having anything you can imagine.
The FBI's Violent Crimes Against Children program works with federal, state, local, tribal, and international law enforcement to fight the sexual exploitation of children.
We have 98 of these across the country.
The FBI is working to fight those crimes, which happen more than ever on the dark web.
You can have anything on there from someone selling tons of credit cards or access to a bank account, child porn. It's just anything goes.
Federal agents study these websites, photos, and videos. They come face to face with the people who see them as normal. They put themselves in the perpetrator's shoes to catch them.
I mean, when you have a conversation going with an individual who's basically negotiating sex acts for his 8-month-old daughter, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And I think it does take a toll on them.
This is one of the only violations in the FBI that folks can raise their hand and say, hey, I don't want to do that anymore, just because the toll it does take.
A toll agents were willing to pay when the trail led them to Aggieland.
The team that worked on this case right in Bryan College Station, they worked their butts off to really push this case forward.
This is one of those things that we never stop investigating. It's not like a sports season that ends and takes a break. It's life, it's happening.
But where is it happening? In nearly half of cases, exploitation starts on a phone or the internet. There are dozens of apps parents should know and have conversations with their kids about.
It's almost like advertising. If I had a billboard up, I had a limited population, but if I get it online, I have more people and more reach. And you can be anybody you want to be on the internet at any time and any place, and a lot of times our vulnerable populations fall victim to that.
Messenger apps like Kik, Discord, Wickr, Telegram, and WhatsApp may just be used for messaging friends, but they also allow anonymous messaging and video chats.
There are a lot of services out there now that's encrypted. There are some services that are outside the scope of the federal government.
Social networks can be just as dangerous. Snapchat and Instagram let users take and share photos and videos, including their location. Those messages can also be set to disappear over time. Once a message is sent, users don't always have control over what happens next.
Photos online can be distributed anywhere. They can go internationally in seconds.
Live video apps are also a prime target. Twitch is known for video games and esports, but an independent investigation showed hundreds of thousands of children had been mass targeted on the app. Other apps like Hala and Chat Roulette allow anonymous strangers to meet on live video chat. But no service has become more synonymous with child exploitation than the dark or deep web.
But it's out there. You just download it like you do Google. And a lot of people use that. There's other random domain generators out there that people will do to try to hide themselves while they're going to these dark web sites and looking at these photos.
Users access the dark web through what's called an onion browser, like Tor. One study showed as much as 80% of the traffic on the dark web went to services that offered illegal pornography. Experts say parents staying involved and talking openly is key to safety online.
Parents specifically need to be involved, be aware of what apps they're using, how they work, who they're communicating with online across multiple platforms, gaming, etc. And educate your children on the dangers of posting pictures. Parents should be cognizant of what they're posting when they're posting pictures of their children.